According to Adam Jeffrey and Marty Steinberg of CNBC News, the United States spent an estimated $306 billion in 2017 due to natural disasters, such as Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, and Hurricane Maria, all of which devastated homes and lives of many people throughout the country. And fortunately, in all of these cases, the American Red Cross volunteers were there to provide disaster relief, aid, shelter, and food to the victims of these disasters. Today, I would like to persuade you as to why you should volunteer for the American Red Cross. I am credible to speak on this topic after researching the subject. I will begin by discussing the three main needs that the American Red Cross deals with. I will then offer a solution as to how we can help the American Red Cross meet these needs, and finally, I will discuss the consequences as to what will happen if we do or do not volunteer for the American Red Cross. The first need that the American Red Cross addresses is disaster relief. According to the Red Cross president and CEO Gail McGovern, every day 7 people die and an additional 36 people are injured due to home fires across the country. Also, according to PreNewsWire.com in 2017, the Red Cross mobilized over 56,000 volunteers across the country to aid in these disasters, such as home fires and also natural disasters. In many of these situations, volunteers are the only thing standing between life and death for victims of these disasters. The second problem that the American Red Cross addresses is the problem of blood donation. Blood donation is often associated with people who have experienced some sort of physical trauma, such as a car accident, and are in need of blood. But most of the blood that is donated to hospitals goes towards treating patients who have a chronic illness, such as diabetes, kidney disease, or cancer. According to America's Blood website, 40,000 pints of blood are needed every day in order to keep hospitals in full supply of blood. According to the World Health Organization website, the reason that we need so much blood is because blood can only be stored for a very short amount of time. This is why it is so important for us to continue to donate blood and to support blood drives throughout our country. The third main need addressed by the American Red Cross is health safety training and education in emergency situations. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 630,000 Americans die annually due to heart disease. By being trained in something such as CPR, we can potentially prevent the death of those in our lives, either in our personal life, in the public, or in the workplace when they have experienced heart failure. According to Red Cross website, lifeguarding, caregiving, babysitting, swimming, and water safety courses also have the potential to educate us in how we should properly act in times of emergency situations, which can potentially save lives. Next, I will discuss solutions as to how we can help the American Red Cross address these needs. According to the American Cancer Society, 1.7 million people were predicted to be diagnosed with cancer in 2017. This means that we will continue to need continued blood donations going into the future. Natural disasters such as home fires and also emergency situations will continue to happen no matter what we do, but we can hopefully prevent unnecessary deaths by educating and training how to respond in emergency situations. By increasing the number of volunteers, raising awareness on how to act in emergency situations, donating blood, and educating others on things such as CPR, we can hopefully prevent the unnecessary loss of lives going into the future. In order to volunteer, you can follow these steps. You can go to redcross.org/volunteer, select the Browse Opportunities option, and choose a volunteer position that interests you. You can then apply and receive training in that position. If you wish to donate blood, you can go to redcross.org/give and find a blood drive that is in your area. I will now discuss the consequences of what will happen if we choose to or not to volunteer for the American Red Cross. If we choose not to volunteer, we are putting many lives at risk for death, and in such cases as when an emergency occurs and someone has a heart attack and we do not know how to act in that situation. In the case of emergency disasters or natural disasters, we are putting many people at risk for loss of shelter, as their homes may have been destroyed and they have no place to stay. And by not donating blood, many patients may lose their lives due to not having access to the amount of blood that they need. If we choose to volunteer, we are providing safety for disaster victims. We are improving healthcare by increasing the amount of blood that is supplied in our hospitals, and we will be better equipped to handle emergency situations when they do arise, either in the workplace, in the public, or in our private lives. In conclusion, I have discussed the three main needs that the American Red Cross addresses. I have provided a solution as to how we can help the American Red Cross meet these needs, and I have discussed the consequences of what will happen if we choose to or to not volunteer for the American Red Cross. If you would like more information about the American Red Cross or wish to volunteer, you can go to www.redcross.org or call the number 214-678-4800 today. Thank you.